I'm Caden Burton. We're here at Brickfair Baltimore, and we're taking a look at the 6th Marines on Sugarloaf Hill during the Battle of Okinawa in 1945. So as part of the Shuri defense line in the southern half of Okinawa against the Japanese 32nd Army. This battle lasted about 10 days. The Marines attempted to take the hill about 13 different times. It cost them about 2,600 casualties total between killed and wounded over that span of time. And it wasn't until the 6th Tank Battalion, along with 3 other companies, and the 4th Marine Division went around to the other 2 hills, Horseshoe and Half Moon, attacking all 3 simultaneously, which allowed them to kind of break the deadlock and get past the line.
All right, well, it's a nice history. One thing that stands out the most is when you first take a look at the MOC, all the flashing and blinking lights. From my own experience, I know that it's pretty hard to plan all that into the MOC while you're building it. So how was the process of kind of putting that all together while building the MOC?
So part of the design process prior to building revolved around doing some basic sketching, and that gave me an idea of where certain terrain features and things were going to be taking place. Each of the base plates is individually wired, so there's battery boxes that attach to each one. So all the base plates are entirely self-contained. So as I was building, I was kind of sketching out or planning out where certain features were going to be and would wire as I went. And then when I got to a certain point where I needed to actually protrude a light or plug something in, I would run the cables through there as needed.
All right, and for the layering in the underground over here, if you move right there, it's one of the best I've ever seen. It's really fantastic. Can you take us through the process of how you made the underground tunnels and that rock layering?
Yeah, thank you. So the layering, especially kind of this like natural kind of curvature to the edge, is mostly utilizing headlight bricks and cheese slopes at snot angles. That little extra gap on the bottom of a headlight brick, it gives you just the amount of space that you can put 2 cheese slopes at opposite angles. So utilizing those at different positions allows you to kind of get this more natural curvature to the edge of the base plate. The underground tunnels is a part of it that allows me to tell kind of the story from the Japanese perspective, to really show the storyline, them utilizing the limestone caves and things that they were very heavily favoring in the south of Okinawa. They're pretty structurally sound. Everything is tied into the filler brick underneath, so there's no risk of collapse or anything, and they're all integrated fully into the base plate. There's a few on this side and then even a few towards the center where they actually go all the way out into kind of some of the openings that the Marines are fighting for.
It's really complex. And then if we go over here, the hill itself, it is at this angle, and I was really wondering, how do you manage to make that amazing rock work and then integrate it with the different trenches and lines over there feeding into the mountain?
So the hill is basically just built up by plate. It's almost entirely layered. It goes up by about a stud at a time. And doing that was relatively difficult because I had to go up gradually, but I also had to make sure that I was doing it in a way that I would get to scale. So it is to scale at 2 plates, 1 foot. Sugarloaf Hill in real life stood about 50 feet tall, so it is to scale to 2 plates. When I was building it, integrating all the terrain features was kind of part of that design process and sketching it out. I knew where the trenches were going to be, I knew where the gun positions were going to be, and it really just kind of turned into building up around those areas and making sure that the facility to facilitate the openings to be able to add those in.
I see. And then, of course, looking past that, all your MOCs, you do have a lot of minifigures, and most of them. So did you grab these from your collection, or did you add and get new minifigures for this battle specifically?
This is all existing collection. So recycling each build each year, I get to utilize the same figures. They're all still the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit torsos. And last year with Hacksaw Ridge, we had the just plain green helmets for the 77th Infantry Division of the Army. So this year we swapped back to the hand-painted helmets to represent the 6th Marines.
I see. And then for the Japanese, what is it?
The Japanese is a Bilbo Baggins torso, so same theming, utilizing basically the same stylistic approach as the Marines.
All right, and then for the vehicles over here, the Shermans, what did you build them yourselves, or where did you source them from?
All the vehicles on this are the Panzer Brick Lab Shermans. I did have some reference material from the Naval Institute to attach the tank treads, so that was the only real customization that I did, adding the tank tracks for the additional armor that they would have welded onto the hulls of the tanks to be able to kind of deflect some of the anti-tank weapons that the Japanese had.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time, and hope to see more for you in future conventions.
Thank you.